Now that you can look back at your career, do you remember a time and event where you felt you had made a name for yourself? When you finally said, I'm known, I'm one of the best ever?
I've never really had that moment. I think just growing up and becoming a man from adolescence to being like a boy in your 20s, you don't know shit. Your 30s, you go through life, and as you get older, you know what I'm saying? I think if you make a few dollars, it kind of, depending on what type of person you are, it just gives you a sense of, okay, I'm on the right path in life. I'm doing the right shit. Taking on a leadership type role for MTA and seeing how receptive the homies were to me, during that period, that's when I really felt like just becoming a man of what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And then even more so, the older I get, I'm just tapping into what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's it. There's never a moment where was ever like, oh, I'm the shit or this. And I've never been like that. Because I still, to this day, I still do wonky shit. Like, I don't bust amazing shit every time. I still do wonky shit and I laugh. I'm like, I've been doing this for 20 years and I still do toy shit. Come on. But that's what makes it so fun. But I've never been like on a high horse or thought that I made it or this and that. Like, I'm happy as fuck and I'm thrilled that my crew, MTA, is what's known. Like I said, like maybe some people know stuff and that's dope and people think I've done whatever and I'm very grateful for that. But just the fact that, like I said, MTA now is fucking known worldwide. Like, MTA is solidified as LA. You think of LA, you think of MTA as one of the crews. And for that, I'm fucking more pumped than anything. That makes me happy as fuck. My name is whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's secondary. But if the team is solid, that's what I'm most proud of.
How do you manage to push so hard while also keeping yourself so humble?
I think just always being the underdog. I've always been an outsider. I've always been an underdog. I've never been that cat that was just dope or, and when you do meet writers that you like their style, but then you meet them and they're pieces of shit, like, fuck that, bro. It cancels out everything. Like, I know one of the biggest purposes for me, even being here, bro, is to show people that you can write graffiti and be a good person. You don't have to be a piece of shit. There's a lot of piles of shit in this culture. And I'm just trying to show the younger kids and even the older cats, like, bro, you could be a normal person, be cool as fuck, and write graffiti. It doesn't make you a fucking lame or a loser or this and that. It's just an activity that we chose to do. No more. It doesn't make you more special. Just like if you're fucking Kobe Bryant or a fucking whatever, you got just accolades out of the ass. It doesn't matter if you're not a solid human. I think that's first and foremost. Like, just because you write graffiti or you went hard like I did doesn't mean that you can't be a normal person in society or whatever, and just be cool with people and just know that what you do don't mean shit, but who you are is what matters. That's what I think.
Yeah, well said, man. Skipping to the current era, actually skipping to female writers. Are there any female writers you enjoyed seeing up during your career or surprised it was a female writer?
All of them. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, to be honest, there really wasn't female writers until recently. It's more of a recent, as far as like the amount of female graffiti writers is more of a recent thing. But back in the early 2000s, we would have died to meet a fucking female graffiti writer. There was like 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like Blossom, like from here, Blossom, Tribe, there's a few other I won't mention, and that's pretty much it. In Frisco, like even back then, like KYT, like Esky was a chick, she killed it. This girl that wrote Love, Jocelyn from Frisco. There's a few that put in work, that killed it. But it wasn't like a thing for me, you know what I'm saying? Like we put Raquel, we got Raquel in MTA and Blossom so that's tight. And I would like to put and have more other females want to rep, dude. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's dope. If they can be schooled and taught the correct way, then why not? You know what I'm saying? Let's rock. We all like doing the same shit, so.
Now, I'd like to talk about the current era of graffiti. What are your thoughts on today's culture?
Graffiti's booming, bro. Like, I mean, I'm a fan of it, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fucking just like with anything, there's an overabundance of just bullshit. I mean, it's sad to say, but I think drugs has a huge factor in today's culture, and I think that shit's whack. There's a lot of dope fiends out there, you know what I'm saying? And with the graffiti community and culture, it just kind of goes hand in hand, and I'm not really with that. Like, I have friends that are fucked up and this and that, but that part of it, I wish I could, and show people like, yo, you don't have to smoke dope to go write graffiti. You don't have to go fucking get loaded to go do that shit. That part of the culture I could do without, or just trying to have people be better. Because like I said, back in the day when all those kids in the cool scene weren't fucking with me, I see them now. They're junkies. They're in fucking NA. They're in rehabs. They're fucking blown out. Like, you know which path you should have been on. You know what I'm saying? So that part is whack, but the amount of graffiti and this and that, and I don't care that you could hop on the internet, you could steal a style, you could go to any 12 graffiti stores and get tips. Like, yeah, it's not the old school ways. The fools were like, oh, I had to buy my tip, or, you know, get my tips from this can, or that doesn't matter. To me, it's like, if you put in the work, which is what you have to do, that's what I'm about. If you put it in the work, it's going to speak for itself, and you're good. Like, yeah, you have it maybe easier than you did, but maybe you don't, because there's the yin and the yang. Back then, there wasn't cell phones and this and that, where now, you know, a hero could hop on the phone and be that. But I think the state of graffiti right now is amazing, especially now after the pandemic and during the pandemic. I feel like America is kind of starting to resemble Europe in a sense, as far as they're letting certain graffiti run longer, cities are getting crushed more, and for that part, I think it's dope if you're a graffiti writer. If you're a normal person in society, you probably don't like it as much.